Hey guys, welcome to Cooking with Babe and Loveee. On this episode, we're gonna make my mama's homemade chicken noodle soup. So what you're gonna need to get this recipe of brewing on that stove is a couple ingredients. First, you're gonna need 18 cups of water in a big pot, 8 carrots to chop up to look rustic, 3 onions, yellow onions to be specific, and 1 giant stalk of celery. You're also gonna need 2 pounds of rotisserie chicken, 1.5 to 2 cups of frozen peas, 1 cup of fresh corn, and parsley for garnish. The main ingredient in this recipe is chicken soup mix. Chicken noodle soup mix. I said that wrong, but you're gonna need 2 packages and they're at your local grocery store. So let's get started. I'm gonna chop up the carrot and the onion just to show you how it's done. Now, I don't peel off the skin because I think it looks rustic, but make sure you clean all your veggies all the way down because obviously they came from the ground and you want it to be clean. We don't need no sedimentation in our soups. All right. Go at an angle so it looks big, organic, rustic, and fresh. Cut them about half an inch in thickness because we're gonna cook this for 45 minutes to an hour. The longer it cooks, the better it tastes. All right, look at this, guys. Look at how beautiful that looks. And set that aside and just prep before you get started because once you're done with the prepping, it's literally like, bam! Throw it all together. I'm sorry, I got very excited. Now I may cry cutting this onion. I don't know about you, but the small ones, they always get me. I always have a trash can near me as well, so I can throw all of my stuff away. And it doesn't like clutter up my cutting board. Take that excess skin off, peel it away, and let's just be real. This soup, it needs to look homemade. It needs to look rustic. That's what gives it that beautiful look to it. And I absolutely, dang, this onion, the skin is stuck. Ooh, she biting me like nobody's business. All right, guys, let's just chop it up now. Sorry. So you're not gonna go crazy. There's no mincing, there's nothing about it. Just cut the onion in half, whoop, turn it to the side, boom, boom, done. The messier it looks, the better. It's as simple as that. Same thing with your celery. Just grab your stalk, cut it out, cut off the bad nubs, and cut it at an angle. It looks so beautiful that way. All right, let's get started assembling everything in the pot. It's so easy. Grab your, don't mind my pot, I love this pot. It's an old used pot. I have dropped it so many times. Okay, you got your 18 cups of water. So I'm just gonna start assembling this. So just cut your bag open, drop in your soup mix, and let's drop in our second one. This gives it so much flavor. It is so good. Oh yeah. And I'll show you what it looks like when I stir it all up and put it on the stove, what it's gonna look like. All right, so now we're gonna add our frozen peas. Oh wow, the color, it's so much color. It looks like it literally came out of the garden. That's what you're going for. You just want your family to look at it and go, and especially like when you're sick. Like our whole family has had COVID recently, and to have these soups are amazing. My favorite thing is to have like soups with sandwiches, things like that. So now I'm gonna add in the 1 cup of corn, I'm sorry. Fresh corn off the cob, I cut it right off. And I do have a trick as to how to cut those as well down the road if you guys want me to show you. Now, we're gonna take our rotisserie chicken right here and just make sure there's no bones, you didn't miss anything, and just start shredding it up. Just start dumping it in. We don't want giant chicken pieces in our mouth, but I did cheat and I did do a rotisserie chicken. Now, I've done the whole cook it in a pot, and you can do that as well with the homemade chicken and vegetable broth, chicken broth, whatever you want to do with it. Absolutely freaking fantastic. So we're just gonna keep shredding this in, just the big pieces. We don't want giant chunks of chicken like this. Come on, you're not gonna eat that. Let's just shred it up, put it in there, and get going from there. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the whole point of this recipe. It's not gonna be perfect. All right, those pieces are great. Oh, one big chunky one. Let's see, it's really fast, you guys. And so fun. I love to play with my food. That's like the biggest thing about cooking that I fell in love with was the fact that 1, I could de-stress in my kitchen. 2, it's yummy. 3, I'm saving money. Yeah, it may cost me a lot up front, but I'm making more in bulk and I'm enjoying it. Cooking is fun, and then seeing my family enjoy what I'm making in the kitchen. All right, I think at this point we have pretty much all of the big pieces all shredded apart. I did most of the work over there. So I'm just gonna dump the rest in. Oh my God, this pot is getting full, y'all. I am in love with this. All right, now this is the fun part that gets started. We're gonna add the color. Oh, I just dropped a piece. Hey, it gets wild up in this kitchen. All right, so now we're just gonna add all our veggies. Look at that color. Oh my. And then I'm gonna show you exactly what a bowl of soup looks like when it's all done. You guys are gonna love it. This is gonna become a staple in your home. Now, I probably should have did a bigger pot, but my husband was like, no, you don't need a big pot. This is what happens when your honey comes up in your kitchen and tells you how to cook. It's all good. We'll make it fit. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And if not, I have a lot of veggies up. All right, I think we're good. We're good. Use a bigger pot. Don't pull a Brandy. All right, let's get this on the stove. This is ready to go. Cook it for a good hour, 45 minutes to an hour on a medium heat. You do not want to burn the bottom of your pot. Let's get this a cooking. Turn your stove on to medium-high heat. Pull that pot over and let's get cooking. Let it sit there 45 minutes to an hour, and I will show you what it looks like when we come back. All right, guys, we just pulled this chicken noodle soup out of the pot, hot off the presses. This is delicious. Absolutely looks fantastic. Took me about 1 hour to cook it. Enough where I could just cut those carrots and they come apart nice and tender, but are still just somewhat firm. Now I'm gonna add a garnish to give it that finishing touch to make it look more rustic and pretty, because I eat with my eyes. Bam! And just like that, we leveled it up. All right, you guys, if you guys like what we're cooking up in this kitchen, smash that mother truckin' subscribe button, comment down below, hit that like button and share this with your friends and family, because I know you can do it. Thank you for letting us be a part of your household. My Packers going in the Super Bowl, but this is the Brady edition. Let me pop my pants up. My abs are killing me. You want to pack a punch? I hope I don't cry on camera. Calm down, Libby.
No, just be real. Alright. Go. Alright, try it again.
I gotta be like Mr. Miyagi. No, okay, I'm not that good. Alright. Throw it in the bin. Throw it on the stove, 45 minutes to an hour. The longer it cooks, the better it tastes.